Welcome, everybody. I'm Jared Britt from Brickhouse Media. We love talking to thought leaders and people in their expertise areas, their genius zones. And today we're going to be talking about LinkedIn. Why do we love LinkedIn? I've been on LinkedIn for years. I have probably over 7,000 connections. One of the reasons I like it, it's like a global networking event. And one of the other things I like about it is the fact that we change businesses, we change email addresses and phone numbers and titles and jobs, but your LinkedIn profile is always there. It's always consistent. You can always message someone there if you're connected to them, or you can reach out to people. And it just feels like this global business networking event that I'm a part of.
Mm.
And I'm a busy entrepreneur. I've got a lot going on. I'm not always the best at engagement on LinkedIn. So today we're going to talk about LinkedIn with Nina Frohry. She has come up with a LinkedIn Engagement Accelerator program that starts early next year. So welcome, Nina. Thanks for joining me today.
Of course, thanks for having me talk about my favorite topic.
I love to dive in with the problem. What's the problem? What are we doing wrong?
Oh, well, are we talking worldwide?
And how much time do we have here? How much time do
Right,
we
how
have?
much time do we have?
Give me
Right,
like top
exactly.
3 things that people are doing wrong.
On LinkedIn,
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, there's things we do wrong because we're being idiots, and then there's things we're doing wrong because we just don't know any better.
Yeah.
And in the idiocy section, I would put posting without a call to action, because if you're not having a call to action, then just stay home and don't post. And
We
in
also
the
call that a CTA if you hear that again.
Yeah, we CTA, there you go. For Americans who love their acronyms.
Yes, we do.
And then just not knowing any better category is the algorithm has changed massively this year. So, anything to do with engagement is now actually the thing to do, even more so than posting. So that's something we start focusing on a lot more with the
You can
engagement.
impose, let's say you post once a week, but it's amazing. You have amazing engagement and you're
Yeah,
posting 7 times a week, but it's really low engagement. You would bet on the one post a week that's really high engagement.
absolutely,
Got it.
100% the other
Love
one.
it.
Yeah.
So great tip already for people. Get that high engagement, get that thing going. So how do we do that? So how do we do that? So you've created an entire program around it. So tell us about the program.
Right. So the accelerator really is a way to get people, basically off the tuition into doing. It's a 3-week program because we all create a habit within 3 weeks. If LinkedIn loves one thing, it's consistency. So the accelerator is designed to help you post regularly. And on LinkedIn, it's not like TikTok, right? Where we're like posting 5 times a day and 30 times a week and 100,000 times a year.
Let's all pause a moment and thank God it's not more like
Thank
TikTok.
God.
Thank God, because none of us really want to be on it. We're just told to be on it. Let's be honest.
Yes. I never have. Have you?
I have, unfortunately, because being a media company, we have to play in all the domains.
That's true, that's true. Well, that's the nice thing about being a LinkedIn expert, I get to stay on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So where was I? Oh, yes, the accelerator. So the
Yeah.
accelerator is an opportunity to be posting with us in a group 9 times within 3 weeks.
Got it.
So we offer Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you do all or however you choose, what combination.
Yeah.
But again, I would say be consistent, so if you only wanna post once a week, stick to one of the days.
Yeah.
And then at the same so you post, you engage with other people's posts within that day,
Yeah.
and what that will do is just sort of give you that built-in instantaneous LinkedIn fan club.
Got it.
It'll give your content a major, major boost because these groups are gonna be fairly big. At the same time, what we also do is we train you on LinkedIn best practices, engagement best practices, content best practices, and the algorithm itself. Because as I said earlier, sometimes we just do small little things that really hurt us with the algorithm on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And we knew about them, we would just not do them. And
Yeah.
sometimes there's small things we can do that really support our content on LinkedIn. So,
I love it.
you know,
Yeah. Short bursts, really
know what you
quick.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 3-week program starting off, kicking off the new year. So
Yeah,
I'm assuming there's two groups that this is for.
correct.
Newbies and experienced people. So tell us who's really going to benefit from this program.
I mean, I'm tempted to say everybody, but, let's be more specific
Yeah.
here. So, for the newbies, this is a great opportunity to get into a habit and doing it with massive amounts of support, massive amounts of inspiration because you're going to be seeing what everybody else is doing, which can be and is very, I mean, people always walk away going like, if nothing else, this was so inspirational and so wonderful to be in a big community doing this, like,
What an awesome side benefit, by the way, to leave
I would say
inspired,
so, right?
right?
That alone is worth the
Yeah.
price of admission, right?
Yeah.
And then, and because we also have the teaching classes, in addition to the posting opportunity, it really gives you sort of a solid foundation of all things LinkedIn. For the more advanced people, I think the focus is on that instant LinkedIn fan club that you're getting. So I always say to people who are seasoned or more seasoned posters on LinkedIn, use this to launch something, use this to talk about something that is important to you,
Yeah.
because your content will all of a sudden be elevated to heights that you probably have never experienced before.
Awesome.
I can't promise anybody that there will be trending, but
Yeah.
people are seeing a massive, massive uptick. A, because so many more people are engaging with your content, but that also means the algorithm is going like, wait a moment, this might be interesting stuff. Let me show it to more people and see if they like it. So it's just a boost on top of a boost.
I love it. Yeah, and as someone in the second category, been doing it for years, feel comfortable posting, but seeing the engagement in the algorithm drop due to some things that I'm doing. And it's a
Yep.
little bit of a blind spot. So I'm curious to hear where the blind spot is for
Yep.
me. One of the things I want to mention is we're all getting hit with messages on LinkedIn. The marry me before you take me out to coffee analogy of hurry up and buy. I'm the best. You need me. And what I hope is that we're going to learn some things to build the know, like, and trust model to
Yeah.
just DM people and have a coffee with me.
Yeah.
Whatever that means for your business, like a consultation, a call, a discovery call, an email, whatever it is. So is the program built a little bit around that model of like, I want to build engagement, but of course we all want it to lead to somewhere, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, just to say, fundamentally, we build anything that we do on organic growth, and we frown of anything that smacks in any way, shape, or form of, what we call bro marketing tactics.
Okay.
So, yeah, none of the, me, 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 none of the buy, 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 and none of the, I'm great, marry me right now off
Yeah.
the top of, off the spot. So that's just not, congruent with our philosophy at Clockwise, my company. But we definitely will talk a lot about engagement best practices. But the most important thing is you're learning because you're actually doing it, and you're doing it not just for once or twice. You're doing it for hopefully 9 times within 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
it really gives you an opportunity to experience what it looks like to be engaging with people, new people on LinkedIn in a way that is feels good, feels right, and doesn't feel salesy.
Yeah,
And
like,
so gets you
as a video company, we've always been preaching authenticity, and that's one of the things you can't really get around on video unless you've got such a persona, it's like not you. And I'm like, wait a minute, they're gonna meet you, they're gonna talk to you, so you might as well be you and
I
be
talk a
authentic,
lot about
especially on LinkedIn.
yeah, I talk a lot about the bad date,
Yeah.
syndrome, like those people who still have a photo of themselves from 30 years ago on their
Yep.
profile. It's like, you wanna be like the people when they meet you on Zoom. You need to be the same person, right?
Yeah.
So
And that's why I love being a video company and being in media and video because we're building that first introductory step right off the bat. And one of the best ways to do it is through video and through LinkedIn. And I love to share videos through LinkedIn, whether through the mobile app or the desktop. So go back over the time commitment it's going to take over the 3-week period.
that's actually a really excellent, question. So on one hand, it's perfectly fine to be posting once a week
Yeah.
and definitely take in the classes that we offer or the calls that we offer throughout the accelerator. But if you really want to engage, meaning you share your post, you share the fact that you have posted, and you are commenting on everybody else's posts within your group. I'm putting everybody into groups because too many people will be participating that you can engage with absolutely everybody.
Mm.
I would say give it I would say 45 minutes to an hour a day.
Okay.
I would say that is realistic because, my VA who helps me with the commenting, she's
Yeah.
been doing it for 2 years, and she knows the group. She can do it in half an hour, but I would say an hour is probably more realistic if you're new. And, the thing is you'll learn, like, "This is a nice poster, thanks for sharing." That's not a comment, right? LinkedIn considers a comment something that is 18 words and more. So you will have to.
I love the data behind what you're saying
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that's
so
the
you have to
real
put your
proof in the
fingerprint
pudding.
on. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's the real proof in the pudding. You can't just say thanks,
yeah,
and move
not
on.
gonna cut
Yeah,
it, yeah.
got it. 18 words or more? Is that what you said?
Yep,
All
18
right.
words.
And for those of you that don't know what a VA is, because I use that word a lot, it's a virtual
Oh,
assistant.
virtual assistant.
And some of these things like when you're in it, you understand some of these things,
Yep.
and then you don't realize like what did she say? Va? What's a va?
What's it
I love it. So we're going to be involved as a partner company sharing about this. We've been trying to find channels that people can get more engaged with, sharing their content. Email is an overwhelm phase. A lot of the social media, like Facebook, you mentioned Facebook, it's just not really built for business, right?
No,
Yeah.
and that's what I love about LinkedIn. The conversation is a very clean
Yeah.
conversation. We're there for business, right? There's not sort of that confusion that happens on other social media platforms where all of a sudden there's a cute doggy video or we're selling paint supplies or God knows what, right?
Unless
We're
your business is cute videos of dogs and paint.
exactly, exactly.
But we want to try to keep you on pace. Talking about your industry, you being the thought leader, you being the niche expert in your area,
Mm,
there's no way better to do that than to be on a global networking platform like
yep.
LinkedIn, which I love. So about 3 hours a week on average, if you were to post and be involved three times a week. Sounds like.
Right, and then if you add we offer a class every week, so that makes it 4.
Yeah.
And again, I think it's well worth it if LinkedIn is if you are a service-based entrepreneur and you're looking to either sell through LinkedIn or look to establish your credibility and authority on LinkedIn, the accelerator is a no-brainer, and it's an investment well worth anything you'll get in return because you will have the tools to be current with what LinkedIn is doing right now, right? Because
Yeah.
it has just between February of this year being 25 and October when a massive update on the LinkedIn algorithm came out, it has changed so fundamentally how it looks at posts, how it shares posts, and how it lifts up people's profiles. So well worth just that alone.
I love it. Yeah, and like I said, I'm gonna be there. We talked a little bit about the analogy of getting married versus buying someone a cup of coffee and just having a conversation. And literally, you've been able to figure out how to do this for a cup of coffee. So talk to me about the program and the nuts and bolts of it.
All right, so basically, it's a $47 program, but you, Jared, got a lovely, discount code from us,
Yeah.
so it's
So we will
actually
share with our community.
$7.
Yes.
Yes, which
Yes.
I hope hopefully you will share. So
Yes,
it's
of course.
$7, it's a $7 thing, which I would say, yeah, that's, the cheap cup of coffee at Starbucks right there. Um,
Yeah, I'm
eh
going for the matcha oat milk latte with the infusion. So that's your $7 cup of coffee right there for, around 3 weeks of, a really, I don't know if I call it a deep dive, but it's a dive. And it's going to get you in the pool of LinkedIn, communicating, learning new strategies. Like I said, we're going to be there. We're going to be inviting our network to be there because it's one of my favorite platforms to be in. And it's not distracting like the other social channels. You really get to focus on what you do and you get to, go into that know, like, and trust model, which is so important when you're doing business,
Yep.
right? This is our bread and butter. This is how we make a living. We want to work with people and do it through connections. I think they say over 80% of business deals goes through connections,
Yep.
so it's just so critical that we actually meet the right people
Yep.
and then start to do business with the right people. So we're excited. Give us the kickoff dates again one more time.
So January 15 is our kickoff day. That's a Thursday. So
Okay.
that'll be the kickoff call. And then we'll start posting the following week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for 3 weeks. And then we'll have each Thursday, we'll have a teaching call, including the last Thursday, which should be February 5, I want to say.
Yeah.
Ish. Yep.
All right. I love it. And we're going to be available if people have questions about media, photo, creating Canva images if they want to, doing, how to make a video. We've got, lots of resources and all that good stuff around the post itself. So feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions. Look out for our email, look out for our coupon code to get into the LinkedIn Engagement Accelerator with Nina. She runs Clockwork Productions, is it?
Clockwise.
Clockwise Productions,
Yep.
apologies.
Yep.
So,
No,
yeah.
you're not the only one, and you won't be the last one.
But the point is like top of mind. When I think of LinkedIn, I
Yep.
think of Nina. When I meet people, I want to leave them with Jared does media. And so it's really that top of mind. You've met them,
Mhm.
they feel comfortable with you, and now they want to reach out and try to do more business with you. And that's what we're all here to do. That's why we
Yep.
spend all this time at work, not with our families and loved ones.
Yep. Exactly.
So thanks. We're going to be involved. If you have any questions about it, get in touch with me. I can put you in touch directly with Nina. We'll put a link below to the program. Starts January 15th. It is only $7 with the coupon code. Can't go wrong. It's really a cup of coffee.
Yep.
All right. I look forward to our next cup of coffee, Nina. I love talking
Yes,
with
me too,
you.
Jared.
Thanks again for offering the program and making it so accessible to everyone and anyone.
Of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you so
Talk to you
much
soon.
for doing this. All right.
Great.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.